Today is my happy day and I get to spend it how I want by murdering a few unexpected Star Wars lube monkeys. So I was hovering around Crystal Isles trying to embrace the fact that going from one side of the map to the other it changes zip code. Luckily during that time I found this tribe called the 501st Legion, and if you are as curious of a person as me you might just Google what that means. Apparently it's the Star Wars Empire boys setting up camp. Sadly however, when I think Star Wars I also think Jar Jar Binks, and let's be real, that just makes me fucking furious. Honestly, whoever decided that character was supposed to have a big role deserves to be slapped by 1000 men in gimp suits. Anyway, moving on, so as is the tradition we quickly opt to soak out their turrets, and following the disappointing Star Wars pattern they made a flaw in their base design by adding their own cliff platform above the base, making soaking incredibly easy. So we are back to soaking pea shooters, and while Mr. Soak-a-Lot here gobbles the flying love letters and fan fiction forwarded by yours truly, let's chit chat about something else. Like for example, you guys know that scene in the movie where Anakin just walks into the room like a predator that's watched too many South Park episodes and proceeds to absolutely wacko murder the children in the room. Imagine being the kid that comes back from the bathroom just 2 minutes later. Screw hearing about the Skywalker family drama, I want to hear about that kid and what happened to him. That kid's going to have a story. Also, what the absolute fuck, Anakin, you damn drama queen. Some little British kid comes up to you and finally uses the word Master Anakin, which you have promptly been throwing a tantrum about for the last few hours, and you just giddy up and murder the little shit, you oversensitive shit stain. Additionally, if you don't mind me saying that Ewoks are the best thing that ever happened in the Star Wars franchise. Why, you ask? Because they look like cannibalistic methed up versions of the Care Bears, and if that's not something to cheer for, then what the hell is? It's like a goon squad of hooded up midgets on bath salts. After effectively soaking in a masochistic manner for a longer time than I choose to admit, it's finally all done and it's time to fly up and visit the Death Star. For some of you educated lunatics, you might be aware that this spot on Crystal Isles has 6 times damage. Guess who didn't know this? Yeah, that's right, this guy had no clue. Imagine if one of the 20 people in the Discord call would have told me this, but I guess they were too busy enjoying their time watching My Little Pony and spanking it to tentacle stuff to care. So we go ahead and use the handy dandy Play-Doh on the inner wall, but to my surprise most the right wing crumbles to dust, leaving me confused and broken. Well, feeling like I've just been on the receiving end of a shower scene with Johnny Sins, I guess it's time to finally breach the establishment. So we quickly KO'd the internal area of the base, and what do you know, Anakin and his fisting buddies have internal turrets. Luckily for us, taking a few bullets to the chin is a favorite pastime nowadays, so in order to maximize pleasure we leave our important items with Charizard. We turn on our favorite Blue Sweet hooked on a feeling song and run those turrets down like an erect juggernaut living his best life. Nothing beats blowing up turrets while suffering from a stroke, causing you to run Baywatch victory circles for a few seconds while waiting for the dust to settle. That being dealt with, it's time to observe the gear, and as always the generously donated Alpha Tribe flak has made the space raid slicker than a sorority sister on a water slide. Time to put on our police uniform cosplay clothes and relocate any illegal contraband. So while we slowly start to loot around the space, let's take a moment and look back at previous loot from the series so far. We have had the luck of finding stuff like Barney the dinosaur for meat running, shotgun shells so we could put down Carol Baskin the aberration boss, Atlantis the ocean base for element and rocket launchers, breaching the meth lab on the center for kibble and med brews, and lastly visiting Mrs. Long's Long for free wyverns and our stego bloodline. Slowly and steadily we are making progress. That being said, there are quite a lot of things I'm still missing, one of them being a damn carbo saddle blueprint. Let's look back at the raid for a little bit. It's about time to place some drugs and guns in the pockets of these sleeping Star Wars fans so that we can give them the good old razzle-dazzle treatment. Apparently, Anakin is using some kind of Jedi force field, so it looks like bringing the law to this establishment will prove itself far more difficult than previously predicted. That being said, I'm sure if Obi-Wan had a pocket confetti gun like this one, Star Wars the movie would have ended a lot earlier. So instead of the murder we opt to neutralize the generator room, and lo and behold we find Princess Leia and some random stormtroopers' mangled corpses hiding by the remains of the wall. Now knowing that we have proof of Anakin being the psychopath fiddler that he was, we can officially host this murder party openly. So we open a few birthday gifts and grab what we like before unleashing a rocket inscribed with the text "Suck a fat one, you hipster dick." Feeling satisfied with the life having been drained away from him, we do the honorable thing and rummage through his pockets. Anakin was holding a shotgun and some C4 on his body, which we can add to our collection of confiscated items. Below him we find another body, this one carrying nothing but disappointment and body odors, not much of a surprise. Looks like it's time to feed Doug Jones, and for once the slippery nipple is being on his best behavior. Maybe he's gotten tired of being soul-sucked tamed in the same damn river spot every damn day. Honestly, I think this is my 9th one for this Crossark, but happy Hoji, why don't you just make a saddle? Because failure is my damn nutrition at this point. Mowgli, back the heck up, you lovable lunatic. Is that an Arthro saddle? This is it. This is the day Doug Jones decides to change his life around and start contributing to society. I'm prouder than a parent seeing his children leave the nest. And would you look at that, some cryopods. That is one rocking, talking looking dick horse, looks like the equivalent of hepatitis in a Pokemon ball. You can never have enough blueprints at home, no real point to sort them out right now, so just grab them all. These velos would probably lose in a fight versus a dodo bird, but I'm still taking them with me. There is one decent one at least, so maybe I will just grab this one and go assassinate Dwayne Johnson, also known as Lava Golem on Rag. Sounds like a fun time. No one has ever had a bad time going over to that buffed up little freak. The wyverns are actually a lot better than the ones I'm currently riding on, so happy days all around on that one. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and read out all the loot because I can't imagine anything more boring for you guys to listen to, so instead, I'm going to teach you how to make a perfect pancake. That's right, lunatics, I already taught you how to make the perfect boiled egg. We're stepping it up to Master Chef level now, so put your damn apron on and imagine you're being serenaded by Gordon Ramsay. It's a 5-step process, so grab yourself the following ingredients. Grab some of that good old white snow, yes, flour, bring out some sugar, baking soda, baking powder, salt, milk, eggs, vegetable oil and vanilla concentrate. You got all of that? Good lad, so here we go step by step. Step 1, combine the dry ingredients together in a large bowl. Slowly pour in the milk and mix well. Step 2, add the eggs, vanilla, and vegetable oil. Whisk the batter thoroughly until there are no more lumps. Step 3, heat a frying pan over medium-high heat. Coat with a non-stick cooking spray, butter, or vegetable oil to prevent sticking. Step 4, spoon the batter onto the pan and cook each side until it is golden brown. Use a spatula to flip the pancakes and to remove them when they are finished. Step 5, serve immediately. Add fruit, maple syrup, whipped cream, or powdered sugar if desired. Once all of this is done, feel free to blame me for your obesity, thank you. The looting phase is over, so I guess I won't be needing my noose hanging from the ceiling fan after all. We have done ourselves the favor of moving on from the red Charizard to the dragon from Dragon Ball, mostly for carry weight reasons. Now, before running away from this place faster than a prostitute at a baptism, we need to leave them one last gift. After all, they are role-playing as the Death Star, and that movie only ends one way. Plus there are plenty of witnesses still sleeping in this establishment, and you know we can't have that, so whoopsie-doo my friends. That is beyond satisfying to watch. I am not even going to sugarcoat it. Well, that's it for the most part. If you stick around you can see the final result of the loot, but otherwise I will see you in the next one. Happy days and have a good one. If you are still here for some freakish reason, do me a solid and type velo in the chat. I've recently been enjoying making this content a lot, so thanks for that, you lunatics.